I don't remember it being this cold when we did this during the summer.
Summer got really cool.
So chilly. I know, it actually makes me kind of glad they're not doing the midnights year-round. Come January, February.
Oh, fuck you.
Mission Impossible 4 was really good.
Ghost Protocol.
Alright, so now, before going to go see this, you and I actually were sort of complaining that the trailer showed like all the jump scares, or probably not all, but a lot.
Yeah, a lot of like really, what appeared to be like really huge moments. Like,
yeah,
you know, like some like lawyer, some lawyer looking dude, like some, I don't know, talking to the family, getting like slammed into the table, and like
girl jumping off of the thing.
The one with like the little girl, like it's like, oh, he's right there,
splash with water. Even the two little girls doing the Bloody Mary thing that they did in the teaser trailer. If you thought the same thing and were upset that that stuff was in the trailer, it's okay. None of it is in the movie.
Not a single fucking thing from the trailer in this movie.
Like, they do the Bloody Mary scene, but it's not the two little girls, it's the girl and, like, this dude.
Randy.
Which, I like that guy.
I did too. So, like, every scene.
He was the only one that looked like he was in the 80s.
I don't know, babysitter Debbie Gibson.
She looked like, she looked like someone who was like, it's 80s day at school, and puts on, like, you know, stuff they found at, like, the salvo.
She's got, like, the tiered skirt and, like, the crop shirt, like, the head half ponytail. She did look like she was going to an 80s party.
Yeah.
Like, I would have loved it if there was, like, they did, like, in, like, House of the Devil, and she just turns on the radio and is dancing through the house, like, you were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That would have been great.
Oh, yeah, that would have been sense.
What did you guys think of the movie? Well, Jake, you didn't like the other two.
I did not like Paranormal Activity 1. I did not like Paranormal Activity 2. And guess fucking what? I don't like this one either.
This movie's not gonna convert anybody.
Yeah.
No.
If you were on the fence, this pushes you on the wrong side.
No. You're not going to. And I liked the first two.
The first two were pretty fun. Even the Japanese one.
Tokyo Night. Yeah.
I mean, it's even okay.
Paranormal Entity.
It's passable. Paranormal Entity is still my favorite one.
That movie's great. Did you like the first two, Sarah?
I really did like the first two. I didn't think this one, like, stood up to those, but I mean, it was watchable.
It was. I mean, like, it. yeah, in that we were watching it in like a crowded theater, and it was kind of funny when people jumped at the most random shit.
Yeah, when that babysitter jumped out, everyone just like lost their minds completely.
What were you saying, Jake? That you wish you had like a big tub of popcorn?
Oh yeah, what I really should have done was grab like one of those really large bags of popcorn. So every time one of the stupid ass jump scenes happened, I could overreact. Oh my god! And then every time I empty my bag over everybody, I get to leave, go back, fill it up, come back in, and wait for the next jump scene.
Of which there's like 100.
There's a lot of jump scenes.
The main problem that I was having with this movie is, they kind of they put aside like the actual like tension building scenes in favor of like 5 billion. Just so it felt less like, I was thinking in the movie theater, it felt less like you were anticipating something scary and more like playing Where's Waldo. Because it was just basically staring at a blank screen, like, okay, maybe, like from over there, maybe, or no, bottom left.
Yeah, I kept like looking at things like one of the mini scenes where it's like in the bedroom, it's kind of pointed, and like their door is usually kind of like a little bit open. And, like watching the scene, like nothing's happening. Like, did the door move? Am I just seeing things? What is the blanket? No, nothing in the blanket. We're just watching people sleep.
How would you like to be? Because it's 1980. Okay, it's 1988. It's the sisters from the other movies. They're little girls, and they're with their mother and their mom's boyfriend.
I guess.
How would you like to be the mom's boyfriend when you ask her, do you mind if I put cameras in your daughter's bedroom?
And she's 100% cool with it. Like, apparently, and it even seems like they haven't been together that long. Like, they just, like, I don't know, hit it off and, like, moved in with each other. Because, it seems like he hasn't been living there a whole long time. And just, like, immediately is like, what's that, a weird noise? I'm gonna put a camera pointed directly at your little kids' beds.
Exactly. Well, Ghost.
Nothing weird.
Ghost was crawling up in there too. I lean over to Jake. It's like, goes fucking Gary Glitter? What the shit is going on in this movie? And I agree with everything that you just said, because I was feeling the exact same thing watching this. Yeah, I'm sitting there like anticipating the jump. I wasn't really scared.
No, and it wasn't doing anything that different from the other movies. It's just that since they didn't build up the tension at all, it was just waiting for something to happen.
Well, yeah. And they also, like, I don't know, it's because the third part or what, but they decided to kind of kick it off a lot sooner. Like these people are still acting like it's an escalating thing, but really, really alarmingly crazy shit is happening very early on. Like, in the first one, would have been like towards the end of the movie, is like in this one, fairly early on, like towards the very beginning, like that earthquake scene.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Where, like, within the first, like, 5 minutes of the movie, it's like, oh, there is actually what the thing looks like. It is right fucking there, staring you in the face on the screen.
Yeah, that scene annoyed me in particular, too, because it was like,
with that.
I wasn't really following the less is more principle, because, like, it seems like they could have just, like, brushed a little dust on him and then, cut away, but no, they brushed a little dust on him, and then he moved, and then a little more dust fell on him, and then he moved away, and, like, there was this big poof of dust.
I can't escape the dust. What do I do? Oh, wait, I'm a fucking ghost. I hate these movies. And here's the reason why I hate these fucking things. A, I have ADD.
Yeah.
So when I was watching the first one, I'm bedroom. There's two people sleeping. Over there. Nope, and I'm bored. And now I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna look down. I'm gonna look over here. I thought something crosses the screen. I completely miss it.
I thought fan cam was kind of annoying in this movie. Fan cam.
They use that thing
camera.
so goddamn much.
Like, I was kind of with the gimmick at first, like the first couple times they did it. I was sort of with it. I was like, well, that's interesting, because you're seeing something over here, and then he has it on a...
like an oscillating fan.
Yeah, an oscillating fan. He has it on that, so it's going back and forth like that. The first couple times they did it, I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting, I guess. And they do it again, and again, and again, and again. I got really bored with it.
And it really, because the oscillating, it really only has, like, one trick. Like, this is the spread of the camera. Over here you have, like, the kitchen. There's a pillar right here where my face is, and then there's, like, the front entryway over here. And so you can only see, like, one quadrant of that at a time. So the only scares I could really do is like, and then you see something over here, and then it pans away from it. Mm-hmm. Then it comes back, and it's gone, and it pans back over here, and it's there, and it pans back, and it's gone. That's like the one trick that it had. It's like, here, there.
Mm-hmm. And like
it did it a lot.
Yeah, and a lot of times it was like only something would be happening in the kitchen, so you'd see the kitchen thing, and then you spend like 5 hours in the living room.
It was
trying to figure out, well, is she gonna be gone? Maybe
I've ever seen.
And on the garbage disposal. Oh no, I guess we gotta wait for whatever that's gonna be.
There were a couple problems I had with it. Like it wasn't necessarily that I thought it was a bad movie. I didn't really care. One, how are we seeing these tapes?
Thank you.
I know I did this with Apollo 18 too, but it's a good fucking question. The movie starts out.
Several reasons why are we watching these tapes?
Yeah. The movie starts out in 2005, where Katie goes to her sister's place to drop off tapes from their youth
it's like,
on VHS.
Yeah, it's kind of like setting up like she's just moving in with Mika or something like that, it seems like.
And, okay, and then it shows like a year later, and the tapes are gone. And then it kicks in, and we see the tapes from 1988, which are edited with title cards, with date cards, and everything. So somebody edited. Apparently the ghost has been editing these movies the entire time. That's the only way to explain.
The biggest problem I've had with these fucking movies is that they're all edited.
No,
Isn't this supposed to be like found fucking footage?
The first movie I get it, because it came across more like it was like the police found the tapes and like it was discovered within that. Like I gave it to this is another problem I have with this one too, because the first one, I get why it's filmed. I even get why it's edited. The second one, I get why it's being filmed. It's all security cameras and everything.
Yeah, that one made total sense.
Yeah.
Except for the actual handy cam parts.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of stretched
Oh, we're back to this.
Yeah, it kind of stretched a little bit when the handy cam parts, but whatever. I mean, a couple of times I was like, why is this being filmed? But for the most part, I bought it. In this one, it's the same movie as the first one. It's the same guy. It's the dad in this. I mean, it's the name was different on like the ending credits, but you and I leaned over to each other several times like, is this Mika playing the stepdad? They got an actor who looks, talks, acts just like him. It's the same fucking character.
Except this one actually got her to have sex with her on camera.
I like that. That was good.
The only difference between 1988 Mika and 2005 Mika is that 2005 Mika was a fucking prick. 1988 Mika was actually trying to help. Like towards the end. Before then, he was being the same.
Before then, he was the same exact character.
Exactly, but at least he was able to wise up, which he didn't do in the first one, and be like, okay, you know what? Some weird shit's happening. I think we need to leave. And the mom of the daughter's like, oh, absolutely not. We're going to stay here. And then they die. Just get out of the fucking house.
Well, they do that in this one, which I kind of like.
Yeah,
I kind of like that. They
do leave the house in this one, which is good, and then they go to
they pull a paranormal entity.
Yeah.
That was a bad idea.
That's a sequence in this movie I like. I actually really like the last 15 minutes of this movie. When it's going nuts in that house.
Was fun.
I liked that. That was actually some genuine suspense there. Like, I really enjoyed that. You and I were sitting there anticipating a car driving through the house.
We really were.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, we started hearing car sound. Like, are they just gonna crash their car into the
bedroom? I was hoping so. Just, do you hear that? I don't hear the BAM! I honestly jumped. I was not expecting a car to drive through the bedroom and kill him. That would have ended the movie terrifically.
I would have like, yeah. We were like anticipating it, and then it goes into like into like Last Exorcism territory, in the end.
Last Exorcism. It really reminded me of basically take the end of Insidious and put it in like POV. That's what it was.
Without going into like that devil world.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like once he gets back to the house.
Yeah.
That's really what it kind of reminded me of. Even had creepy old lady.
Right. Oh yeah, that was a shock. I was surprised that creepy grandma didn't. Yeah, that was really. Yeah, the one who looks like a witch is a witch.
I don't know. There was. I thought they kind of pushed the. There's a really definite. Like supernatural.
Really?
It's a series about ghosts. It gets supernatural.
You don't say. Very astute of you, Brian.
But no, ass. No, like it really starts pushing a really strong it's like witches and stuff like more than like the other one did. Like like sure, like the first one had like the Ouija board thing, and then the second one had like. Consuela.
I love Consuela
and her cross, but yeah, I mean, this one was like weird, like occult symbols, like on the wall, like this big like triangle with an eye in it, and then I mean, it's fucking apparently like some entire coven and a giant bonfire out in the yard, like the end of Last Exorcism.
I actually thought this movie did that better. Like
it wasn't.
It's kind of weird because this is like sort of opposite like Last Exorcism for me, in that the first 3/4 of Last Exorcism I liked a lot better than this movie.
Yeah,
but the last 15 minutes of this movie I liked better than the last 15 minutes. Then you'll have mine be really good.
Yeah, man, that first 45 minutes, I was fighting just to stay awake because even the jump scares that they were doing were the maid jumping out of that camera for no reason whatsoever.
And they were so telegraphed too.
Babysitter.
Like it just you could really really tell like occasionally like something would happen in like you honestly weren't expecting, but I mean it was mostly it was really telegraphed like the babysitter when she's at the house, like kind of the kids ask for like a bednight story, and she they want to hear a ghost story, and so the babysitter basically just like pulls a sheet over, like, "Ooh, I'm a ghost."
ghost? Like, go to sleep.
This movie didn't even fucking try, did it? Because there's a scene where the girls want to hear a ghost story. Why, I don't really know. But the babysitter puts the sheet over here. It's like, ooh, it's like, oh, there you go. Happening. You have your ghost now. Ha 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 ha. And then it cuts, and the babysitter's downstairs. She's drinking something, and it's at the damn oscillating fan, and it starts on her, and goes to the door. There's a tiny sheet ghost.
Yeah.
Imagine that.
Like 3 foot tall.
It's like literally like 3 feet off of the ground, and then it pans back, and then the babysitter's there, pans back. This is taking literally like 15 fucking minutes.
Yeah.
Yes. It pans back to the door, nothing's there. It pans back, midget ghost is standing right behind the babysitter, and then right before she looks, it disappears.
Should have had holes in the eyes.
And that's what I thought. I mean, if you're gonna go cheesy with this,
we're gonna go Charlie Brown with it.
Exactly. Like, is this ghost really like?
I'm
gonna use this sheet.
You know what?
This is gonna scare the hell out of me.
I actually kind of like that because this movie, more than the others, honestly, I didn't like this one nearly as much as the other ones, but this movie, more than the others, I actually really liked the ghost.
Oh, the ghost was there just to fuck with.
Exactly. The ghost was awesome in this because it did the bedsheet thing, like you said, which I thought was pretty funny, and I liked that. And I liked him just like copping a field of the babysitter.
That was great.
Yeah, he cops a field of the babysitter.
Over the camera, like with like tits, and just like
and then
grow up, and just like
ghost hand grab the titty.
And picking up the
my favorite part was the whole fact that the ghost really does not like to be touched. Like, he has this like, oh god, don't touch me. And there's a scene where the girls are chasing each other, and the oldest one like runs into this invisible wall. It's the ghost, and the ghost is like, bitch, I told you not to touch me, and grabs this little girl by her hair and like tosses her around, throws beds, throws all this crap around, drags the little girl.
Yeah, although the picking up by the hair scene looked really stupid.
Of course it did.
I don't know. I kind of liked it. Not that I liked it. Not that I liked it, and as in I thought like, oh shit, that just happened. More so, I just like because I liked the ghost. That was funny. The ghost just picks up.
I told you I do not like to be touched.
He seemed more like an imaginary friend in this movie, most because like the whole scene where he's like throwing her around, he was just doing that because he was trying to get little whatever her name is, Christy, the littlest one. He was trying to get her to do something. So he's like, I'm gonna throw your sister around. She's like, all right, fine, I'll do it, and then just stops completely.
Yeah,
it's like a temper tantrum.
I actually thought the girls did a really good job in this.
Yeah, especially the littlest.
They were really good.
Yeah.
Best actress in the movie.
But I gotta give credit. The girls were pretty good in it.
Yeah, they were. They really kind of sold their performances in this thing. I like them, but it's just I don't know. Like I didn't really think it was that scary of them. There's a lot of jumps. I mean, these movies, they exist to be jump scare movies. They do. You go to them to jump. And in this movie,
that's what you get.
That's what you're going to get. You're going to go to this movie and you are going to jump. But the other movies, they like what we were saying earlier. The other movies did it better in that at least there was some kind of sense of dread going on. There was suspense. There was some kind of uneasy intensity to it. In this, it exists purely to make you jump.
Yeah, because in the first one, like there was a clear like you could tell like with Katie, like there was a clear like her whole like life was like declining. Like everything was just you could tell it was really wearing on her. And these people like they act totally fine from beginning of the movie to the end of the movie. They act like nothing really that weird is happening. Like I don't know. I guess
show the fucking mother the tapes, you asshole.
Yeah, especially like they keep actually catching like the stuff that was making like in the first one, Mika was like shit in his pants, like, oh man, check out this footage. All right, watch this chair. Oh shit!
Oh my God,
oh shit! The chair moved.
The chair moved all of its own.
And this one, like, he's got his friend that gets attacked by the thing.
Yeah.
And gets on camera. Like, something going past the camera. Tries to, opens the door to try to leave. The room fucking explodes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, back in the other room.
What the fuck was that?
Goes back in there, like, it's like pounding on the door.
All four of us had the exact same idea how to react.
But, like, all of this is caught on film, and then he's telling, like, the guy, like once he leaves his room, like, he's done with, like, fuck, I quit, I'm done. Fuck you and your family.
Yeah.
Like, and the guy's like
reaction.
Yeah, the guy's like, oh, just watch the fucking tapes, man. You'll see why I'm leaving. It's like, oh, come on, guy. What could have happened to you?
Even like the mother is saying,
he must have never showed her a single frame of this fucking movie.
The mother is like, enough with the fucking ghosts. You take these cameras down. You take these cameras down tomorrow. Enough with the fucking ghosts. Apparently, he never showed her these fucking. In the trailer, he showed her the tapes.
There was that one scene where he was like, "Hey, it's hard to tell you, but there's a ghost in the house, and let me show you this footage." She's like, "I don't have time for that." And he's like,
Yeah.
"Well, okay."
Well, and also she doesn't. Apparently, he never shows her the tapes because when they move, it's when something happens to her in fan cam scene when the kitchen thing. Yeah,
Which
the guy never showed her these fucking tapes.
Cool.
Huh?
The kitchen thing, that was pretty cool.
At first, I was kind of confused because it's the fan cam part, and it goes into the living room, and then we see the mom, and she sees something is off with the kitchen, and then it pans back, and when it panned back, I was kind of looking around like, maybe I wasn't paying that close of attention. What's different here? And then
everything was gone.
Just a table and everything that was in there.
Yeah,
they're being haunted by Harry Houdini, as far as I'm freaking concerned.
Well, and it kind of, I mean, that part, like, of course, I mean, I jumped because it's loud, and the audience.
Yeah. The audience was fun, at least.
Yeah, that's why I like going to these movies. Like, it was kind of annoying in the first one, but I've gotten used to it.
I heard that.
Yeah.
You're like, oh fuck, from my left ear.
When that kitchen thing happened though, and it all plopped down, I was kind of like, well, it just seems like it's just trying to remind us of that similar scene from the second one.
The cabinet scene from the second one. But yeah, it again, like at that point, that was like the fourth or fifth time they'd used the oscillating like back and forth thing. That is like it pans back and you're like, oh, all this stuff's gone. Where's it hiding?
Yeah,
like, I was expecting it to like come flying through the window instead of dropping down. I mean, it's still like it was just like, give us a count, 3, 2, 1. There it is.
And it's like I said, like this is it's another prequel, so I guess technically it's the first, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. This is the third time I'm supposed to believe that this same similar ghost story has been caught on all these video cameras perfectly. Yeah. It's asking a lot by this point. Yeah. Like I bought it in the second one with the security cameras, but this one I'm not buying it anymore.
It was awfully convoluted the way they set it up, because they had it set up where he made the videos and then no one saw the videos. So basically, she dropped that box off, and then their house got burgled, and the only thing that got taken was this box full of videos.
Yeah, the burglary that the second one starts on. Where like they come home and like the place is ransacked. Yeah, there's an extra little tidbit of footage where. Yeah, the dad goes down to the basement and is like, nothing. It's fucking mess strewn everywhere. Like, there's like shit piled in random assortments. Yeah. So like looking around like, yep, no, everything's here except for that one box that your sister brought by like 2 months ago.
I guess I understand why the actor who played Mika is not in this one, because he's the fucking stepdad in this thing. Yeah. The character of Mika doesn't turn up in this, but he stars in it. Yeah, he stars in it this time as a completely different person in 1988. And I'm one of the few people that actually really liked the Mika character. I totally understand why people don't, but I did because
I love me a good douchebag character. Mika was a delightful douchebag.
I know. See, that's my thing about it.
Should like be a complete dick and move the plot along.
Yeah.
He accomplished that.
I know, and I had fun with that character because, honestly, and Noah said the same thing, and I agree with him. Like, I would be that dickhead who would be like, oh shit, honey, this fucking ghost. I'm fucking setting up my cameras. Oh shit, this is gonna go over so good on the site. You have no fucking idea.
And it just his blatant disregard to following any sort of instructions. It's like, whatever you do, promise, no Ouija board. It's like, all right.
Honey, would you come in here for a sec?
The best Ouija board you've ever seen in your fucking life.
See, I liked that.
I didn't buy it. I borrowed it.
Like, I didn't buy it. I borrowed it. Like, I don't know if I would have done that, but I liked that. I liked little douchey things like that in that movie. So I don't know. Like, if you want to go see it just to get a bunch of jump scares, you're going to get them in this movie.
I wouldn't really call them jump scares, though. There's jump startles.
Well, yeah. I mean, not scares as in you're scared,
Yeah.
but
We're all jaded.
just
We're all very jaded people.
you know.
But yeah, I mean, really, like Brad pointed out, like only really like the last 15 minutes of the movie did I ever actually feel like any sort of like tension, like, you know, when he's actually like going around, like, you know, first person view through the house. That's really the only time that I had any sort of
I mean, the Bloody Mary scene was a little spooky, but
well, yeah. Well, basically, it's anytime it was actually like you know, well, not handy, but you know, like the big brick RCA motherfuckers, which had, should we even mention this? Pristine quality.
Beautiful
Really,
quality.
like
Dude, it did. Oh my god.
1080p. I mean,
Dude, if they filmed like violent shit, or like Las Vegas Bloodbath or Wood Chipper Massacre on this thing,
Yes.
these movies would look beautiful. This takes shot on Shitio up to like a whole new level, man. Like,
yeah, because the only thing that gave it a tell that it was a tape was that at the very beginning when the tapes start playing somewhere,
Yeah.
I don't even know where. Like,
yeah.
like you get like the little like play
Static.
icon down here, and like up here is like you know, some stuff going on,
Yeah.
like the tracking bars,
Plus the
and then you get the little
giant
down there, like
timestamp.
the
Yeah,
big
the
time
80s
code to
timestamp.
remind you that it's, you know, like September whatever 1988.
I mean, you got to give the movie props. How often do we see an 80s shot on Shitio movie released to theaters nowadays? Like, never, man.
We
That
haven't
is a good
yet.
point.
Because that was not shot on Shitio. Let me know when they put one in, and I'll be more than happy to watch.
That's true. Midnight Heat was the better 80s shot on Shitio movie.
Exactly.
I agree.
Biased motherfucker.
I liked my movie far better than this 80s shot on Shitio movie.
And this one, it did have a nice conversation, but it did kind of break one of my big rules: is never mention a better movie in your movie. And when they're having a conversation, like, no, man, it should be called Back to the Past because he has to go back to 1955. Like, they're having this huge debate over the proper like syntax for what it should be. Like, it's like, no, man, it's in the present, man. He's got to get back to where he should be, man. It's like.
Also,
I like this conversation. Just film more of this. I don't know.
The Bad
Randy.
News Bears poster
Bad News
on the
Bears.
wall.
Yeah, so that was awesome.
That was so out of fucking place. Crazy Nana has just a bedroom with two small little like single beds and a fucking like Bad News Bears poster up on the wall.
Well, that's because
She just go out and buy that.
if you went to the den, there would have been a poster for like used cars with Kurt Russell or something like that.
There's just such an odd, like there's no explanation anyone can come up with as to why that poster is in that bedroom.
What? That's a good movie.
Wait, but why would she have it? Was it hung up when you know the mother in this one was a kid? I don't think so, because that movie seems like it, you know, it wouldn't have been out when she was a kid living in that room with. I assume she had a sibling because there were two fucking kids. Either that or Crazy Nana had like more like satanic rites posted up on the wall behind it.
There was one thing about this movie that I tried calling, but I was wrong. But I maintained it would have been very interesting because in the trailer for it, when the two girls are doing the Bloody Mary thing, and then you see like an outline of what looks like a woman standing there. I saw the trailer and was kind of like, I wonder if that's Katie as an adult. Like her ghost is now in the 80s, like it's gone back and is like haunting them. Because she apparently disappeared after the events of the first two movies. And then they're talking about Back to the Future in this one. So even then I was kind of sitting there like,
Yeah, that would have been really good.
is it going to be her like somehow back there like haunting them and she kills not Mika or something like that? It doesn't do that, but
Nope.
that would have been interesting.
That would have been worth watching at least.
Shit. One thing I was really getting nervous about with the movie was I thought, like, you know, more than, you know, kind of doing like a Back to the Future Quantum Leap type thing.
Mm-hmm.
I was worried that they were going into like the Entity territory.
Oh, that would have been awesome. Ghost rape.
When that wind started blowing up that little girl's bed,
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
like
no,
the little
no,
girl's
don't do
covers
it.
start going
Yeah.
up, and like they're rising as like they're getting closer to her. And about
Yeah.
the time they get like right about like here-ish,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Where-
peaked up
where-
nice. And I'm like, I'm thinking in my head like, yeah, I'm just thinking like the music from like the Entity, like bam, bam, bam. I'm like, oh shit.
Ron Silver, where are you, goddammit?
Don't do this. She's still a little girl, damn it.
Well, I don't really have anything else. I mean, my final thought is, I mean, if you go see it, just purely to see just the jump startles, like you said, then you'll certainly get something out of it. But I didn't like it as much as the other two. There wasn't really a whole lot of dread going on in it or anything like that. So if you're gonna watch it, I mean, it's a rental. I would say that, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, I really wouldn't go past, like, I mean, it's a solid rental. I mean, you'll turn off the lights and in 3 to 6 months, and it'll be it'll be a fun time to. But I mean, spending money to catch it in the theater, I mean, it's not really worth it. It doesn't take
unless you want the audience experience.
That's the thing is I'd say rental, but the people shrieking behind me.
That does kind of make it fun.
Yeah. We did have fun.
Yeah, we were in a good theater.
Yeah, we had a blast.
We did. We really did.
But yeah, I mean, it's there's really just nothing to hold your interest. I mean, the story goes absolutely fucking nowhere. You learn really nothing about it. It has one of the worst cliffhanger endings I've ever seen. Like the camera cuts out for a second. Like, I'm sitting there in the theater, like, the end. Nothing's happening. Credits. I'm like, I'm fucking kidding, man.
God damn it, Brian.
Why'd you ruin me?
Sorry, guys. We didn't get the last reel. But yeah, honestly...
Shut it down, Brian called it.
Shut it down.
Shut us off.
Oh, you heard the guy in the audience.
Boys, you heard the goofy guy with the glasses. Shut it down. That bearded bastard just ruined it for everybody. Shut it down. His name is Brian Lewis. You'll be walking out of the theater. Feel free to jump him.
Oh, I noticed, like, most of the people, like, as we were walking out of the theater, even like, what the fuck is that? Like, everyone felt kind of gypped heading out of there. Yeah, wait for it and rent it. In the meantime, watch the Asian one. It's on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
It's
watch it on YouTube in 10 parts.
It's not bad because it's it takes the story in a different direction. You know, Katie's dead. We're done with all that shit. We don't need to worry about the kids. You don't have to watch the second one now, or the third one now. Just, part one, and then Japanese part 2. Done. You're caught up.
What's your final thought, Jake?
I don't like these movies.
But you had fun. We had fun.
Oh, me and you I had a blast. But as far as the movies go, I don't understand in the first and in this one why every little fucking thing is being filmed. It's the same problem I had with the first one. The second one, okay, security cameras. There's a little bit of the handheld crap. Okay, I could buy the security camera. And this one is just, I don't care about your everyday life. I don't care. Bring the ghost, bring the slaughter, bring the death. Other than that, shut up.
You didn't shed a tear when she lost her first tooth, which is in this movie.
No.
You cold bastard.
You goddamn right. I don't know. For me, Paranormal Activity, they're not frightening. They don't make me jump. I don't know if it's because I have a really bad ADD, but the suspense, like in the first one, it was building and building, and something small would happen and people would react greatly to it. Yeah. Before all that happened, I just got so fucking bored that I'm looking at everything else in the scene, and I always end up missing the tiny little thing that moves. That doesn't frighten me. I don't care if shit comes out of a cabinet or if a chair or in this
we
one,
are
what
so booby trapping his house.
Oh yeah, we'll see how you like it, motherfucker.
Go ahead. It still won't startle me. In fact, it will enrage me, and I will kill all of you.
Oh god,
wasn't us, man.
That ghost got shit on angry me. Okay,
wasn't us, man. It was a ghost.
It's like, oh really? You already had the plan to booby trap my fucking house, and it's not you.
We were kidding.
Yeah,
we were being
serious. Yeah. Because I would not put it past you guys just to be kidding about that, right? I would not put it past you to booby trap the unholy hell out of my house.
We wouldn't do that.
No, come on, guy.
We don't have nearly that amount of initiative.
On,
I'm a procrastinator, and he's always working. When the hell are we gonna have time?
I got way too much porn I gotta watch to be doing that shit.
Seriously.
Okay. Well, that's fine. If my house becomes booby trapped, do not be mad at me if I seek vengeance. It may be
as long as you let me tape it.
Well, of course I'm going to let you tape it. You're going to be filming it as I kill you. And I will not be all spooky about the ghost. I will shoot you in the
Yeah.
head.
The ending shot
scary.
will be this angle.
Yeah.
And then the camera
no
moves
longer the
up.
cinema sound. It's now the Cinema Jake website. The hell with you, I'm taking it over. Anywho, I really can't recommend any of these movies to anybody. I'm sorry, they don't frighten me. I grew up 3 years old watching The Exorcist.
Oh yeah.
Do you see that when you're 2 or 3 years old? Nothing else.
Well, I did too, but I like the first two movies of these.
The lost footage kinds of movies, they don't do it for me.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yeah, they are. You like them or you don't.
I mean,
there really is no middle ground with those.
Like that was kind of, and I enjoyed it, but I didn't really think it was all that great of a movie. I thought it was fun. Like I thought the last 15 minutes of this was fun. That was great.
Was fun. That was a lot.
That
of
was
fun.
a lot of fun, but. No, I'm sorry, I can't do it. No.
What about Cannibal Holocaust? It was like half. It was half found footage, half regular movie, and it was very gooey.
It was incredibly gooey. My head still hurts from that.
What did you think? What were your final thoughts, Sarah?
Jake was saying that he didn't like the little moving shit, but I think that they could have used more of that in this movie because everything was just either panning an empty room or booga. So it was just it wasn't bad. I'm not angry or anything. It just wasn't nearly as good as the first two. And I think
it's better than The Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, the little camera bits was annoying me, like the thing with the tooth. And there's one in particular that I made an effort to remember because it's so fucking retarded. They're taking a picture when it's like their first day at school, and what he does is he sets his little still shot camera on the ground, and then sets the video camera right behind it, and then proceeds to take the picture.
Because why not? Well, that way the audience can see it.
And there's a part where he's filming photos of a wedding, and that needed to be in the movie. It was just it.
Well, that was actually him like doing his job. I think he was capturing the image so he could splice it.
Yeah, I think
I think he was capturing it to splice it.
At first I thought he was filming.
That's what I thought. I thought he was just filming somebody like a random. That's a nice picture.
Yeah.
There's another nice picture. What was that?
It was to show that he actually had a job unlike Mika. Day trader.
Some of the found footage shots they did were just. I think it was to the detriment of the movie at this point because there were scenes where they cut them off, not just mid-sentence, but literally mid-word.
Yeah, that was annoying the shit out of me.
Like the battery died or something. I never understood that. That's a phenomenal point. It's blah, blah, blah. Done. Cut to them sleeping.
Yeah, that annoyed the shit out of me through this thing.
Actually, Jake, you just brought up a point I never really thought about. They kind of explain, the tapes he's getting are, the 6-hour tapes.
Yeah.
What one of those fucking cameras could record for 6 continuous hours?
Is it hooked into a wall jack or something?
They never because several times he just grabs it and picks it up and starts going with it.
Yeah, and then even when it's on the tripod in the bedroom and you can see it through the reflection of the mirror, there's no cords or anything that shows that it's plugged in. It's just there. So you can only assume it's running on battery. What the fuck kind of battery does this dude have in 1988? Doc, I need a battery that can film for at least 6 hours.
1.21 gigawatts.
It's full of plutonium.
But, movie boo. Randy is my new second favorite character to Micah though, because he did steal every single scene that he was in.
Yeah, he was good. He was good.
And he was one of the few people in this entire series that was smart enough to be like, you know what?
Fuck this.
I'm getting the fuck out of here, which is exactly what I would have done. It's like, oh, really? There's creepy shit, and I'm out. I'm not one of you other white people that has to investigate every little fucking thing that goes on in your fucking house. No, I'm getting the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Deal with your shit on your own. No, I'm not a fucking Ghostbuster. I'm an average white guy, and I'm getting the fuck out of town.
Yeah, first time I see one of your fucking vlogs and, something falls over off, the DVD shelf, I'm fucking done with you, man.
Exactly.
Your asshole is haunted.
It's Lloyd.
Well, then Lloyd is haunted.
He's a Siamese cat, so probably.
God damn it, I knew it.
Well, all right. So I guess we'll be back next year with Paranormal Activity 4. You in?
No.
Oh, come on. Come on.
It still doesn't work. No.
You're here. Apparently it does work. Ah!